Hello again, everybody. Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, here, coming to you from New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival at the Showboat in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I have the distinct honor of standing here with the legendary Horror Hall of Famer, co-writer of Night of the Living Dead, Mr. John Russo. John, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. Meeting the fans, having a lot of fun like I always do at these conventions. And this one in particular, this has been a really good show. Big crowd, and everybody's having fun.
Is this your first time at New Jersey HorrorCon?
No, I was at the New Jersey HorrorCon when I think it started in a different city, I forget. And then I was here last year, and now I'm here again.
Fantastic. At the time that you made Night of the Living Dead, did you have any inkling of what you were making and that it would become such a legendary, iconic film?
Well, we had complete belief that we were making a very good movie. I mean, by that time, we were really a tight-knit production unit, and we had done dozens and dozens of commercial films, industrial films, and documentaries, every kind of thing. And we were solidly behind George Romero as director. There weren't any backstabbing things or ego problems. Everybody working, putting out 150%. So we knew we were making a good movie, but nobody could predict the phenomenon that it became.
Awesome. Do you have any favorite memories you'd like to share of the shoot, or anything maybe that's not quite so public knowledge that might interest the fans?
Well, the funniest, oddest thing that I always remember is coming out of the farmhouse in the morning, a real early morning at dawn, and on the porch of the farmhouse, Vince Servinski he had a wash tub, one of these galvanized wash tubs, and he had a Coke bottle, and he was pulling these white stringy things up, filling them with water from the Coke bottle, and then tying them in knots. And it looked so surreal. It looked like a scene from a Fellini movie or something. And I said, "What in the hell are you doing, Vince?" And he talked like this, you know. He said, "Well, George, these are sheep's intestines from a slaughterhouse that one of our investors brought out here, and the ghouls are going to feast on them." And George said they don't look lifelike enough; they're too flat. And he told me to fill them with water, and tie them in knots so they'll flop around when the ghouls grab at them.
That is a great, great story. Lastly, John, does it ever surprise you anymore, the fact that after 50 years, there is still such a rabid following to this film, and that we fans still come out time and time again to meet you and talk about the film?
No, it doesn't surprise us any longer. And Russ Streiner and I, Russ played the Johnny character, and he was co-producer with Carl Hardman. But Russ and I ran the Image 10 Inc. for 50 years. I mean, we did all the work pretty much. And so we were with it every step of the way from before we made the movie and all through the past 50 years. So we saw how the film took hold and moved from one market to another, and doing gangbuster business and acquiring a so-called cult following. And, a lot of people think that nothing really happened until Walking Dead came out, but that's not really true, I mean, I did Return of the Living Dead, George did Dawn of the Dead. Before that, Sam Raimi picked right up on it with The Evil Dead. And all of those films had many sequels, and so it just kept going and it never stopped. People saw, especially filmmakers, saw how if they could come up with an idea, then the makeups for zombies are pretty easy, latex and so on now. And so they could inexpensively make a movie that might jumpstart their career.
Fantastic. Any advice you would give to filmmakers who might just be starting out as far as getting their first film completed?
Well, the first advice is to really learn the craft. I mean, we like I said, we were a tight-knit production unit. By the time we made Night of the Living Dead, we had made dozens and dozens of films, maybe hundreds of films, from TV commercials on up. And so we learned the craft from the ground up. And whenever it came time to make Night of the Living Dead, nobody needed to be told what to do. Everybody knew how to contribute and hardly had to ask questions, you know. So the first thing is to really learn your craft, because there's a glut of product now. It's so easy to make a film with digital equipment. It's easy and cheap. And so there's a lot of competition out there. The thing that can set you apart from the competition is if you really know the craft and your work looks professional, plus the creative end of it, if your stuff is unique. So that's what you have to do, learn the craft and come up with your own ideas, and hopefully something that captures the popular imagination the way we did.
Tremendous. Words of wisdom from Horror Hall of Famer John Russo, everybody. John, thank you very much for your time. It was an honor to get to talk to you.
It's my pleasure to be here at the New Jersey Horror Film Convention, one of the best.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and thanks again for giving us a few minutes. John Russo, everybody, horror nerd here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival, Atlantic City, New Jersey, and we'll see all of you in the next interview.